Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Judy Dahlgren, and today we're going to be working on a Cricut cut page kit, layout kit that I created using Cricut cuts and my Close to My Heart products. You can see there is a really cute heart cut out and different pieces of pattern paper layered on top of that heart. And they're all cut to size. And if you even want to change any of those cutouts, you could lay it on a piece of pattern paper you like and trace it and cut it out. And you also get the top and bottom borders, a zip strip in the bottom to match it. And this does come with a companion page that's pretty similar. And you'll also see pictures of that at the end. I use the Mono Aqua blue liquid glue. Gives it a little time to move around and adjust where I put the pieces before it becomes permanent. And it's just a really good glue. It's very inexpensive and lasts a long time. And it does leave a little white border around your pieces when you adhere them to your heart. However, I did find as I was making this that I left too much white around the pieces, so the bottom pieces I had to overlap them a little bit, which it's okay, right? There are some other pieces that are laid on top of it that cover it up and you really don't even notice it. But I thought I'd mention it so that when you adhere them down, you know to make it a little less white border around the pieces. What I did was finding these pieces, I wanted them all to kind of match, but not be too matchy-matchy. Like that gray piece I'm adhering now is silver foil. And then the lighter pinks, it's kind of all the same tone. You know, there's no like a pink that's one totally reddish or purplish, or you know, they all kind of go together. I tried to make them look really nice. I think they do. But like I said, you could always lay them on top of another piece of pattern paper and trace it out and change the patterns. And that's when I realized that they were a little too large and overlapping, but I was okay with it. With the white heart being on top of the white base layer, it really looks fine. I wasn't worried about it at all. A lot of these cardstock pieces, pattern paper, are from Close to My Heart. So there's always a good pattern on the reverse side. If you want to change it up, you can flip them side to side. Okay, so I'm pulling out the white base and I'm going to adhere the top and the bottom pieces. And as you can see, there is the other side you could use if you didn't like the hearts that I picked. And I always rub the two ends of the cardstock together to get the glue spread out so that it's on all the corners, so that it adheres a little better and doesn't have those corners that pop up that always get caught on everything, right? So I always try to get the glue spread out evenly on those corners. And there's the pieces that I have to go with the kit. It's a little pink envelope I thought would be really cute for putting an extra photo in, or putting in a journaling piece that you might not want everyone to read. Then I was trying to figure out how am I going to do that, and I thought it does have adhesive on it, and I didn't want it to ever get sticky from moisture somehow, so I thought folding it over and tucking things in would be the best choice, but that again is totally up to you. When using envelopes on your layouts, it's always something to consider. If it's a piece you want pulled in and out, if you don't have it pulling in and out, that doesn't really matter, right? The adhesive can be used as an adhesive the way it's intended. Though that little shaker element there that I created with the penguin, I didn't end up using that. Those are available through Close to My Heart as well. I really like that stamp set. And I'm doing kind of a diagonal layout, even though the heart is centered. The embellishments are going to be on a diagonal from the bottom left to the top right. In there, I was trying to figure out how to put the photo placeholder under that cutout for the pictures, and it wasn't quite big enough, so I put it on a red layer. And if you're going to slide your pictures in there, make sure you only put adhesive on the bottom and the minimal on the sides so that you can still slide underneath it. And to put pictures in there, the cutouts that are included in the kit, you could just lay them over the picture so you know exactly where you want it to show through the heart, and trace it around the picture and cut it out, and then you can just slide the picture in there and it'll fit perfectly. I would trace it and then cut out, make it bigger so that you won't see the cut lines through the heart. Cut out. And there's a little piece I was trying to decide how to tuck it in there. I thought having those other two hearts there as a little pull tab would work out really good. And one on the front and one on the back makes it covers up where the heart is adhered, and it makes it a little bit stronger too. And I'm trying to decide where to put these other elements that I include in the kit, and of course you can use them wherever you want or not. You don't have to use them, you can use them for something else if you choose. And I thought putting journaling on the front of the envelope would be good, or on the tab on the inside, either one. And this is the companion page, and as you can see it's going to be a grid design. And those are all the heart cutouts that I have, and there's the stamp set that I'm using some elements for. It's a February stamp set that is Close to My Heart is now started. They have January and February now, and then the next catalog will be March and April. I love doing calendar pages, so it's I was very happy to see it. And they give you two different choices for where you are in the world too, so it you may want both of them, who knows. So that other stamp set there with the heart is available now, and I pulled it off, and I'm going to stamp on these die cut hearts. I use a thin cut set, and I believe I show the thin cut heart set. It's for shakers. I show the thin cuts later on in the video, but that stamp set is made especially to use with that heart thin cut. But you don't have to, right? You can just cut hearts out of the Cricut. These ones that are in the kit are from the thin cuts from Close to My Heart. And I'm using one of the stamps to make some different colored hearts. It's a little heart stamp, and I'm going to put different colors of them in lines and rows, just to bring in colors that are on the other page, the blue and pink and red. And then I believe I pull out a ballerina color to put in the center, and then I wanted to layer one of the hearts with stamped with hugs on it. Fits perfect inside of there. And that hugs stamp is from a teddy bear stamp set that they had last month. that I believe is still available on the website. When I pulled out my Distress Oxide blue that went with the color on the other page with the blue heart paper, and then there was some lighter blue in one of the other pieces that looked really good, and there I'm showing it. I'm trying to match the colors so they look like they all go together. And there's the ballerina color to do the inside. Now, because I'm going to have a piece layering over this and I didn't want to get my head in the video, I didn't line it up perfectly, but that's okay because that heart hugs that's going to go over it will cover a lot of it up. It's just the effect I wanted, and I was really happy with how it turned out. There it is. And that outer border is also a thin cut, and it's a stitched line. And I was thinking about what to do with this stamp. I was going to put it on that red heart, but then I thought, oh, maybe I'll just put it on some white and cut it out. I could have put it in white and embossed it on that red. That would have looked really good too, but... And I think it says "You Get Me," which is so apropos because this layout will probably include my husband and me. We were married on Valentine's Day, so I always take pictures on Valentine's Day, and this layout will be great for that. We're actually going to have an extra thing going on this year. We're going to have a gender reveal for our daughter on Valentine's Day, which falls on a Sunday, so that's going to be really fun to have. And that little stamp was from the February stamp. It's a little cupcake with hearts on it. It's so cute. So now I'm going to go around and glue all these pieces onto the hearts, and I've left room for the glue for things to slide underneath that in case you want to put a picture on them. Because I don't have pictures yet, I didn't want to glue it all down and not be able to slide a picture in there. And then again, you know, it'll be trace it out on the picture, and then I'll be able to slide it under there. But I probably won't cover up that heart one that I'm doing right now because, you know, it has all the stamping on and everything. But all the other ones I adhered so that I could slide pictures underneath the outer border. Getting my corners glued again. That was quick. I got some of the things out you didn't need to see everything. Oh, and here I'm going to show you how to do the grid. This was in a class that Close to My Heart taught us, and the lines are 4 1/8 from each side. And I did it with a pencil line. And pencil can be easily erased with that rub and remove eraser. And from the top it is also 4 1/8. And here I show using a black marker to do your stitch lines. But I do have a stitch line from that Counting My Blessings stamp set, which is going to be available online only. It was in album retreat, but they are going to offer it to for everyone to purchase, and it has this really long stitch line that I use for like every page that I made, and it works really good for this. I could do a stitch line with a marker, and I have done that for a lot of pages that I do, but using the stamp makes it so much easier. Oh, and the line from the bottom, I don't know if I mentioned it, it was 4 1/2 from the bottom because you have that 1-inch border at the bottom. And I actually drew my lines in before I put the borders on so that I had them right when I did the stamping. And now I'm going to do some splatters with my shimmer brushes, and I use the raspberry, squeeze a little out. Oh, I dropped it, and it was okay. Looks like a big splatter in the end, but it gets covered up by a heart, so it doesn't matter. And then I had so much of the shimmer brush ink on the craft mat, I didn't want to waste it, so I drew on some of the outlines and added some shimmer to them, and I did it on that little Hugs heart, which I don't think I used that Hugs heart, the pink one. I think I covered it up with a red one in the end. The shimmer brushes are really, really great. And I'm going to use the red one, same way I did the pink. And now I'm going to realize I need to do the other page. So I'm going to cover the journaling piece up, take it right out of there, put it all around. That was quick. And there's also a lot of red, so I did some around the outside of that heart. So now I'm just going to try and lay them out and see where I think they look good. And I try not to put the same color against, you know, the same thing. And now looking at the video, I see that all three hearts in the middle have the solid dark color. But once you put pictures in them, if you put pictures in them, they won't show, so it's okay. And I see the borders, one's red, one's white, and one's the light ballerina, so it'll look fine. And I'm doing the heart tab on that journaling or picture piece, whichever I end up using it for. Those little hearts work out good for that, because they match the theme of the layout, and they're nice and strong and sturdy for little fingers and grandkids that'll be pulling them out to see what's inside. Now, when I was here at these down, the layout that Close to My Heart taught us, we used a T-square to make sure all the hearts were the same distance away from the lines or the side of the layout or what have you. But I found eyeballing it looked just as good. So if you want to be exact, use a T-square or a ruler of some sort. But in the end, if you just, you know, eyeball it and see, I want it a little far from this and a little up from this, and you'll be fine. The splatters kind of break up that perfection part, so can't tell that I didn't measure. At least I can't tell. Someone else might be able to. And now I'm pulling out the little penguin stamp set that Close to My Heart has, and it's so cute. This little one has a heart he's holding. Oh, just adorable. So I'm going to use him for some extra embellishing. And there's the thin cuts for the hearts. So that's going in there. Just trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything. Well, I do adhere that one. I think I covered it up though. I'm not sure. We'll see. The end of the video will contain close-ups of the layouts, so stay tuned at the end. And of course, if you could leave me a comment, I would really appreciate it. Or a thumbs up would be great as well. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified of future videos. Okay, now we're going to pull out our tri-blend markers and color these guys. And I'm just testing them to see which color I think would look good. I didn't want something that's, oh, that's too bright. So I put that away and pulled out the one I just had. The pale pink, the magenta, dark red, and the ice gray are the ones that I'm using. And these markers are a light, medium, and a dark, all in one marker for one price. And they are fabulous alcohol markers, you know, compared to your Copics or any other alcohol marker. They're the same thing, but it's nice that you get the 3 in each one rather than buying 3 Copics. Can be pretty expensive. And you can use these along with those too. They blend all together because they're the same makeup of alcohol markers. And so there's the mid-tone. And I always do light, medium, dark. Other people teach different ways to color with them, but work what, you know, works out for you. Use what works out for you. And you know, just experiment with them. They're really fun if you like to color. And you can use these over wood or over the acrylic pieces to change the colors. And I'm using the dark to create that layer of, gives it that 3D look. And the gray, the ice gray, is a really nice, it's almost like a bluish color, so that it gives it some shadowing. Alright, now I'm doing, oh, I forgot to color my cupcake, so we're going to color that now. And I wanted to keep this in just to show how I colored that frosting because it's so little. But see, the fine tip on these markers allows you to color pretty finely. It's pretty precise. Be just careful, don't push on them. They'll last you for a long, long time. It just gives it a lot of dimension. And then add the red on the hearts. So cute. Not good for my diet right now, though, right? Or anyone's diet. Unless you're on a cupcake diet, then go for it. Look at, doesn't that look cool? It's so nice. Alright, so now let's put this layout together, figure out where I'm going to put everything. There we go. I think close-ups are going to be coming up here. Thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.